guys, what's up? It's Hannah, and today I'm doing a story time. Yes, I know you can hear birds in the background because, let's be honest, they never shut up. Okay, I'm just going to jump right into it with story number 1. So, recently I went on a date, and, I thought it was going pretty well. Everything was pretty normal, the guy was trying to impress me, telling me all about this and that. Only thing that really, caught my eye, got my attention, was the fact that he was telling me how he was some giant guy. Like, he was like, big, and I'm not one to judge, but if you're gonna say something, own up to it. And so I saw him, and I'm like, is this the right person? Because I'm pretty sure I got catfished. He was 5'6", looked nothing like I expected. And once again, I'm not judging him, but you could be honest. You know what I mean? And then, so, we went ice skating. And I'm not that great at ice skating. Never claimed to be great at ice skating. I've only been twice. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm a pro. But he was claiming, I'm so good at this. I've been doing this my whole life. It's just the skates aren't good. And I was like, okay, cool. Skates aren't good. But I had a pair of skates worse than his. Mine were Velcro. His were like, liar. And he was skating around. Okay, we're just skating, talking. But then he goes and tries to be like, oh, look at me. I know all these tricks, all these moves. And I'm like, okay. And he decides he wants to go skate backwards. And I'm like, you're going to hit somebody. Because, the rink is full of people.
Really now?
Okay. And you're going to try to skate backwards knowing that there's kids around, there's parents around, there's teenagers that don't know how to skate that are falling everywhere. Everyone is falling around me. But he decides he's going to skate backwards. Okay, so here we go. And all I know is there's a group of teenage boys, and here's him trying to be impressive, and he just falls down. And I'm not talking about a normal little fall where you get back up. I'm talking about full on, arms up, Patrick spinning like a star around the ring. Spin out. And of course, I'm laughing because whenever someone falls, you're gonna help them up, of course, but you're gonna laugh at it because it's funny. As long as no one's hurt, it's all funny. And he just had to throw a fit like a baby. He was like, I'm just okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. I'm not and then he wouldn't even skate with me for the rest of the night, and then he stopped talking. That part was okay, a little weird and everything. It's just falling. It's not that big of a deal. And then we get back in his car, and my night's kind of been like a buzzkill because I'm like, he's freaking out about a fall. It's not that big of a deal. And we're just driving back home, and I'm talking about my car, and I'm like, yeah, my car's name is Barbara. And I'm laughing. I'm like, ha ha ha. And he's like, oh, I don't want to tell you my car's name. And I'm like, it's fine. We all have weird car names. It doesn't really matter. And he goes, my car's name is Hannah. That's my favorite name. And I'm like, no. Of course I don't tell him that. But, it was kind of weird. And I go home, and he, is really nice, walks me to my door and everything. And then I get ghosted. I should be the one ghosting him. He was a weird one, but I'm the one being a nice person and continuing to, talk, be nice, not be rude. And all that happened. And this freaking weirdo ghosts me. So I'm like, no sis, bye-bye, spill the tea. Story number 2. Okay, so this is a throwback. So one of my favorite moments in elementary school was I had this crush on the boy. I won't say his name because, he doesn't deserve that. And so I had this jumbo crush on him. And I'd follow him around everywhere. Because, I was one of those little lost little kids, oh yeah, there he is. Ooh, he's cute. Ooh, Samantha, look.
I don't even know a Samantha.
My pencil. And I twirled my pencil, but I accidentally twirled it too hard, and it like propelled out of my fingers and went into his stomach, and he had lead in his stomach. So I basically like shot the guy I liked with a freaking pencil. Don't know how it happened, and it was really embarrassing though. But then
What am I even doing? I don't.
doing it, and I do it again. I freaking propel my pencil into his stomach again. This time he's not too nice about it because he's bleeding, and like it's not a lot of blood, of course, but we're in like 4th grade, 5th grade, whatever, and so a little blood is pretty scary, and we're still like, I wanted my mommy, and so he went and he told the teacher on me. But the teacher didn't yell at me, luckily, and I was okay, but my little heart was broken because he never sat with me again, never talked to me again, never did anything. And next year he ended up moving away schools, so it was really a sad moment in my life. And my childhood just went down from there. Yeah, it was really sad. But that's pretty much the end of that story, I know. It wasn't as funny after I told it. But story number 3 is coming up. Story number 3. Now this is a way throwback. So, whenever I was 4 years old, I was moving into a new house, and I didn't really know where everything was. So I thought, oh, this is the bathroom. But it wasn't the bathroom. It was the kitchen. And it wasn't the toilet. It was the crock pot. So, little me doing my business, just opening the lid, going down, closing the lid, and I didn't wash my hands, I guess. I just didn't know. So I go get in bed, go back to bed for a while, and I wake up and I hear my papa, and he's screaming. He's like, there's a jumbo ride! Boom, 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 boom. Cuss words flying everywhere. And he's screaming at my mom to go grab a peanut butter and a jumbo trap to set it. And I said, like, what's going on? I was freaking out. I was like, what's going on? Oh my God. And he's like, there's a rat in the house. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, something went to the bathroom in the crock pot. And I'm like, oh no. So I casually go hide on the table, like, oh my God, what am I going to tell them? I freaking just went to the bathroom in a crock pot. And like, I didn't know what to say, so I went and I hid under the kitchen table because what else am I going to do? I'm 4 years old. I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's looking at my poop. And so my Uncle John comes up and he was like, Philip, this isn't a rat. This looks like human. My papa was like, no, nobody would go to the bathroom in a crock pot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they know it's me. And I'm just freaking out like over there. And then John looks at me and he's like, what's going on, Hannah? And I'm like, it was me. And I start crying and I'm like bawling my eyes out now because like I just admitted that I went to the bathroom in a freaking crock pot. And I swear it was so embarrassing. Later on that evening though, it got worse. So I went over to my cousin, and me, my brother, and my cousin were all just playing the My Little Pony board game because, what else were we going to do? And so they decided they wanted to be like gang up on the little kid. And I'm like, no, that's not happening. And they were like telling me I couldn't go so many turns because I was the youngest and all of this. So I decided, I'm done. I'm flipping the board game. And so I grab it and I flip it. And it goes everywhere. And my Uncle John, the one from earlier, walks in. And he's already mad at me because I went to the bathroom in a crock pot. So he sees that I flipped the board game. And I have never, ever in my life been spanked before. And I got my butt spanked. And oh my gosh. And I walked home and I was just carrying my butt, and I was like, ugh. And then there's a freaking snake in the front yard, and my papa screamed at me to get inside, because this is West Virginia. I'm telling you, man, there's some snakes and bears and all that good stuff up there. So I'm over here, running back home, and I'm like freaking out, and I get home, and I'm like, I'm gonna run away. I'm so sick of it. I just freaking got spanked today. Everyone's mad at me, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm running away. So I grab my suitcase, and I'm like, and I pack him. I'm like packing anything a kid would pack. I went to the kitchen, grabbed some fruit snacks, grabbed some juice boxes, and I put a pillow in there and a blanket and my teddy bear and my Barbie and my teddy bear. I zip it up. I have my little suitcase and I'm going down our gravel driveway like, ooh. And I get like halfway down the driveway, and being any kid, you know, you're never actually gonna run away. So I just turned around and I came back to the house. And then we ended up moving back down to Tennessee whenever, like a few months later, but I never unpacked that suitcase. So we get to Tennessee and I see that I have my bag full of my Papa's like pillows from his couch. I still had that teddy bear and Barbie in there. I guess they weren't really my favorite because I completely forgot that they were in there. I got some old crusty gummies and I got a water. And I'm like, wow, I was going to survive a really long time. But that's that story. And then I guess we'll do one last story. Story number 4. Okay, so this is the last story. And this is the time I got married. And if you don't believe me, I will show you right here. So, whenever I was like 3 maybe, I had a jumbo crush on my babysitter. And I'm talking about like I thought he was the hottest person alive. I was like, oh my goodness, he's so cute. And I wanted nothing more to be like Barbie and Ken and get married. So, he like was of course being a good babysitter and like formulated this little thing. And my brother was like, I don't know, the priest or whatever, and, like, I had my flower maid, whatever, my flower girl, maid of honor, and, like, it was so fun, the groomsmen, and we just kind of, like, had this little fake wedding, and I pulled up in my Barbie Jeep, like, whipping it in, and I'm like, ha, 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 and I'm walking down the stairs with my little babysitter's sister and her friend, and we're just walking down the stairs like nothing ever happened, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at me, and I'm in like this little like overall like dress I guess, and I'm just like, I'm getting married today, ha ha ha, and I have like flowers and all this stuff, and I go and I'm like, I'm so cool, and my brother, he makes grass rings for us, and he like slides them on. And I'm just like happy that I'm like getting married, and I'm like, ha ha ha, I'm married now. And we like, I kissed him on the cheek, and oh my goodness, I was so happy. You cannot even like believe how happy I was. And he like carried me, and we had like a fake like little honeymoon. We went inside my house, and I like pretended to cook on my little Dora stove, and we were at the beach, and it was like so cute. And like a few like weeks later, he comes back to my house, but he brings his girlfriend, and I'm like, he freaking left me, and like he's with someone else now, and I'm crying because I'm just a kid. I'm crying. My boyfriend is dating someone else, and it was just like so heartbreaking because I felt like we were like in an actual relationship, and I was so mean to that girl. Like anytime she'd get near me, I'd stomp her toe and like, and like. We recently just talked to him again, and he like still remembers it because remember he's like 17 at the time. Whenever I was 3, so I was thinking like all of this and that, and it was just like really awkward and really cute, I guess. But I guess that's it for the day. Love you guys. This video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Bye. That's all, folks. Come back later. Bye.